Welcome to the new weekly report. This is a week 16 where I'm learning how to code in JavaScript full stack with Node.js on the server side and on the front end with JavaScript, CSS and HTML. The goal of this journey is to make currency string meter, which is a copy of another website, which is currencystringmeter.org. And in these 16 weeks, I have managed to deploy this project on DigitalOcean Droplet, which is available online. And the next goal is to put a domain on this IP address. So when you type one of the domains, you will get this, what you can see here currently, which is currency string meter. So in these 16 weeks, I have managed to learn JavaScript to code inside the VS Code. You can see it here. And to build a Node.js also version for the server side, and currently it is deployed here on the DigitalOcean. So what you can see, currently the currency string meter, the project is available, it is online. I have not shared still the IP address until I make the domain point to this IP address. So when you type a domain, I will tell you in the following weeks, in the following reports, what is the domain, so you can also visit and check how this looks. In the last 2 weeks, I didn't make too much code changes because I was working here on the Linux on the DigitalOcean Droplet, because this was also the first time when I have used Linux and the DigitalOcean Droplet, so it was completely new for me to learn how to use this one and also how to set everything. The first of the problems was to copy the files inside the folder on this the droplet, then to run the Postgres database, after that to run the Node.js application, and then you can see it here, I'm running this project with PM2. So this was also some of the issues I had when I have started, because inside the Linux I needed to install some dependencies and also some of the updates that I didn't have before. So there were problems I have encountered, but I have managed to solve them all. So currently I have running this project alive. Here on the left side you can see what I have done. You can see that when you click refresh, you get the new data. The current time is 4:56 a.m. in the morning. So you can see that there are some of the data on the chart. What is currently this doing? It is fetching the data from the API, then it saves that data inside the database, pull some of the data from the database, make a calculation, and then save again inside the database. And the chart on the front that takes the data strength for each of the currencies, takes the data from the database and show it here on the chart. So you can see for each of these dates I have some records, but you can also see that some of these 2 days, for example these two and also these two, there are no strength, everything is zero, because inside the calculation, when the equation takes the value from the past, when you have nothing inside the database for that date, then it is zero. So this is something that I need to solve. So I will make this code to skip these two records, so we do not have anything as a zero, but we have continuation of these values that are available. So for example, this line would be like this from here to here without going to zero. This is one of the issues. What I have managed currently, you can see that you have refresh button that runs the code from start, but I have managed to put on the version here that is online, to put here a version, just a minute, you can see it here. I have made set interval, a function that runs every 24 hours. So online this version will run every 24 hours, and it will make calculation just like here, like this one. This is something that I have done because I didn't want to each day to go to the website and click refresh button to run the code. So this is something that I have managed to make to avoid clicking each day, but to put the code to run automatically, and also have this chart and also currency strength meter running automatically on its own. So currently there are no data inside the database online here on the DigitalOcean droplet, because I have not uploaded the database from the local machine to the digital droplet. I will leave this to run automatically, and it will fetch the data each day and it will populate. So after 1 month or 2 months, there will be data inside the database, and also there will be available data for the chart. So this is what I have done up to now. The next goal, what is to make more charts, because I have more ideas which data I should show, and also I will try to solve this issue with these 0 values. After that, I will also try to remove this refresh, and also will try to make some kind of modification to have the chart by having a drop-down menu with the selection which currency do you want currently to see. So you do not have all of these currencies, but only the one that you would like to see, or you would like to have more of them. So maybe it will be a checkbox to select which currency you would like to have, like for example like this one. So you can turn them off all, or you can add them one by one. So I will try to make some kind of a checkbox so it will be more intuitive than currently this one is, because it's not very intuitive that you could click this one and remove this one from the chart. After that, there will be more charts with other data, because I said I have more ideas. I will try to put them everything here, and after that I will have more options available. So this is something that I will try to modify on the front end with the CSS and HTML to see, and also JavaScript to see how this looks and also how it goes. So at the end, not only the currency strike meter, that was the goal. Currently I have almost 90% of this project is already done, but I will try to make more of these charts and also the data available for the user, because I have more ideas. So the project is expanding a little bit more. I have other ideas for other projects while I was learning. So currently what I have learned is to learn how to use Express with the node inside the Node.js. And this is something that I have stopped. I didn't move forward. I need to learn also about the front end, which is a React. This is also the goal, but I would like to make this project a little bit more complex and also move forward with more details, because I have the ideas before moving forward, because I think it will be much easier for me to understand new topics when I learn a little bit more about the current, what I know about the JavaScript and also Node.js and also CSS and HTML. So I think it will be much easier later on when I have a little better understanding of the current JavaScript code and the combination of what is possible before moving forward. So I think it will be much better. When you move forward to learn something new, which is including the previous what have you learned, if you know 100% or 90% of everything logically what you have already learned, it will be much easier to understand everything that will be shown in the future with the future lessons. Because when you see the old, when you're learning something new and they are talking about something that you already know, you will not waste time learning again that, because you already know that, and you will understand when they move forward with a few steps forward, you will connect those new few steps with the old topics, because you understand everything from before. If you do not understand everything from before, then it will happen that you do not understand future steps, 1, 2, 3 steps forward, because you will need to go back to understand the previous lessons in order to continue forward. So it will be a waste of time learning something new. So this is the idea, and this is a really interesting project, and it is really something cool that you can also make. For example, this is 654 lines of code, and you get something like this that is available with a database, Postgres on the back end. And this is really something that I didn't expect, that it will be not so much of the code here inside the VS Code. I was expecting it will be a little bit more. So it's really interesting to work on the project and also to get the results of the idea you have in your head. So this is something that is helping me to move forward, and also the new ideas I currently have, and also adding new features to this project is also something that is making me happy. So this is really interesting. And so if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below the video, and I'll try to answer your question if you have any. And see you maybe next week or in the next 2 weeks. Something else I would like to show you. It is on the GitHub. You can see the frequency of the coding and also the saving. You can see that in the April I had a little bit less coding and saving during the day, and that is because I was working on the digital ocean here on the Droplet to move the project online in the last 2 weeks, and also 2 weeks before that. So there were less coding because I didn't put too much here anything, because this was working on a local machine and I was moving forward. That's why there is no coding saving here. So later on, when I move forward, I will add more details inside this code, because I want to make more charts and also on the front end make more appealing the website. So it will be more coding frequency saving here inside the GitHub, which you can see here on the GitHub. If you would like to check, also if you would like to check the code, you can also take it from here. So is there anything else I would like to show you? No. Oh, here it is, something that I would like to show you. You can also hear some of the data that I'm saving with the console log inside the code to put something outside, and you can see how this works. When you run the code makes some kind of fetch inside the database. If there is no data, he sends a message. This is something that I have put here as a checkpoint inside the code, just to check how the code works, and also where are the problems inside the code if there is no data on the chart. Currently you can see that the project is running. You can see the status is online, and that's all. Nothing else to show you here. So this is all for this report. See you next time, and happy coding.